How you doing? How you doing? This is the Chris Williams Show. I'm blessed and I'm elated to be here. I'm your host, Chris Williams. Today, I have my good friend Ryland Rowe of 2 years, man. Man, I'm grateful to have you here on the show, man. How you doing?
Man, how you doing, man? I'm feeling good. I'm glad to be here. 50th Bayou Classic. It's Bayou Classic week. Let's get it.
Yeah, man, I'm excited, man. I'm wow, man. Just I can remember just being young, bro. Just ever since I ever well, I am young, but ever since
Yeah,
I was born, I went to the Bayou Classic, man. My mom was a Southern, my dad, my grandfather, and just having that culture and just having that foundation of what Black colleges is. That was just a blessing just to be a part of, and I'm still
mm,
part of it.
yeah.
Well, first I want to talk about, man, what were your first Bayou Classic moments, and can you tell us about it?
So yeah, my first Bayou Classic moment was so the first one I watched it in 2011, and then the first one that I actually went to was 2012, 2012 Bayou Classic. Me and my dad we went. Great experience. Southern come from behind victory. We won the game. That's how I believe Odom's got the job for winning that game. That was my first time being in the Superdome. First time being in New Orleans, besides Mardi Gras. So that was a new experience for me. Uh, First time being in an NFL stadium. Like all of that was a great experience. Took a picture with my dad. I seen you that picture. But yeah, it was a great experience, and I've been going to it ever since.
Wow, bro. And bro, you're also a part of the ROTC at Southern University. And
Yeah.
so ROTC, they do a lot of big things on, um, different events, different football events, Bayou Classics. So,
Mhm.
would you be a part of that, or like any way?
Yeah, so yeah, RTC we do our annual Bayou Classic football run to from our mini dome here on campus to the Superdome, and basically it encompasses our Armor RTC program, our Navy RTC program, and Grambling Armor RTC program. We started the mini dome. The first group we run over the hump, and then we get into our vans, and then we go one by one all the way to the dome, and it's a great experience. It takes like around 7 hours to complete, but it's a great bonding experience. Very good workout. You don't get that many.
Oh,
You don't do too many workouts like that.
yeah, man, that's pretty cool, man. That's pretty cool. Man, I'm gonna have to try that one day because I'm thinking about doing something for St. Jude. Like do
Mm,
like a run, you know, or like I don't know, like a 2 hour run, right?
hey, do it.
With some friends and things like that, and then for charity and things like that. So that's pretty interesting, bro. That is pretty interesting. Well, bro, what was your favorite players from this season?
Favorite players from this season. I'm gonna start on defense first. Got to go on defense. My boy Jordan Carter. If I'm not mistaken, he's a fifth year. He's our fifth year safety.
Mm-hmm.
No, defensive back, my fault. Defensive back. He came back. Great player. He plays definitely with 110%. Another one of my favorite players would have been Kendrick Grimes. Number
Oh,
6. He
dog.
stepped up big time this year. Now I know he didn't have a great start to the season because they started Gary Qualls, but after the Bethune Cookman game and especially the Texas Southern game where he got the 2 touchdowns for us to win, especially the game winning one, definitely got to go with Chandler Whitfield and
Oh yeah,
August Pitter, Mr. Go Get It. For them jump balls, they're going to get that 9 times out of 10. Yeah, those are my favorite players this year.
yeah, man. Those also you talked about uh, Kendrick Rhymes. Kendrick Rhymes, running back from he was a JUCO commit as well, and
Mm.
man, just seeing his progression, man, it's like why didn't we start him before? No offense to Garrett Corals. Garrett Corals, he's a great running back. He was a great running back at Alabama A&M for 4 years. But at the same time, Kendrick Rhymes is just that dog. He got that in him. And
Yeah, yeah. Last year, Grimes got to play. He had 351 yards on the ground, five TDs, 93 yards in the air, and 2 TDs. I feel like it should have. I mean, he's at 515 right now in the year and 7 TDs, but I feel like he could have had more if they gave him a start. To start the season off with.
Yeah, but also with Kendrick Rhymes, man, this man had about like 500 yards this season, 6 touchdowns. He made 2 touchdowns with Bethune Cookman, um, 2 touchdowns versus UAPB. So this man has shown and then seven, like he averages like 5 yards. That's a lot. And but with Kendrick Rhymes, man, he has that dog in him, and he's been most of our offense for this season. Well, mind
Right.
you, they're also August Petrie, Chandler Whitfield as well.
Mm-hmm. Cassius Allen.
Yeah, but he's been the main guy. Every time
Yes.
ball, he been
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, especially with our offense being run first most of the time, first and second down, it's probably gonna be a inside zone, especially with our offense being like that. He's definitely been like the go-to guy. If one of those runs busts out 10 yards, past 10 yards, they coming back running it again. If it slow down to 1 or 2 yard gain, they still gonna do it again.
Yeah, but I believe like with Kendrick Rhymes, I believe that he could have had more touchdowns. But the offensive line has dealt with injuries. They have dealt with they
Yeah.
have up, and and the protection has been pretty um inconsistent.
Yeah, we're pretty banged up on offensive line. Still banged up now, actually.
Yeah, but that's my parents, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, we have been banged up, man, and with injuries and things. But I feel like with the Bayou Classic, man, even with Coach Sean Wallace, man, prayers up to him.
mm,
I believe that they can have the best game of this season.
100%, 100%. If we got Terrence Graves up the hill, he was the interim coach for Grambling 2 years ago, so now he's on the other side, so that's kind of weird. Then Sean Wallace, prayers up to him. I heard he's been doing great. And then when you got all the other coaches, Willie Tyler, running backs coach, quarterbacks coach, I feel like we're in good shape to win this game.
Oh yeah, yeah. And when you talked about this Willie Totten, he was the from 1981, 1984, he was quarterback, starting quarterback at Mississippi Valley State with Jerry Rice.
Yep, Hall of Famer.
Basically, with Jerry Rice, they had the run and shoot offense. So basically, it was a no huddle offense, fast pace. And I feel like if Harold can do that, or whoever starts on the Bayou Classic can do that, man, if it works, keep on doing it.
Yeah, hey, I know him before Dooley got here, we used to do we definitely did the no huddle offense, especially with Skelton, the 2018, 2019 specifically. We definitely doing that no huddle offense. We're doing that read option, get a quick 10, back to no huddle. We was doing that pretty consistently now. Now
Yeah,
I wasn't a fan of it, but it worked.
yeah. And I'm gonna say this, man. Even with Austin Howard, Austin Howard was like he had like 84 touchdowns in his career for
Yeah.
Southern University.
Yeah, he broke Dre Joseph passing
Yeah,
yards
yeah,
record and passing TDs record.
yeah. Which was big.
Yeah, it was big, yeah.
Just with that, man. When we were doing the run and shoot offense, it worked. Like even like with like pocket passers, and I just feel like, man, we keep doing that, and it actually utilizes it to our advantage, and Grambling can't, you know, can't manipulate it. I feel like we have it. We have a chance.
Yeah. Yeah, watching Gremlin for the few times that I did this year, their defense, I mean, it ain't perfect,
Mm.
but I feel like it got a couple holes in there that we could definitely exploit,
Oh yeah, yeah.
especially
I mean, just with Grambling, like with Sundiata Anderson, he's one of the top Grambling defensemen in there. Also, the young man, he's a freshman. Um, what's his name? I think his name is Dylan something. I don't know.
mm,
But he's number 13 for Grambling as well, and he will be a star for Grambling. But just their defense has had many struggles, but their offense, bro. Miles Crawley, 16 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. I feel like if our defense doesn't get to him, he's going to give us some problems.
Yeah, they definitely have a great offense. I forgot their receiver name. If I'm not mistaken, it's number 10.
Hmm.
I could be wrong, but yeah, their receiver. They have a great 1-2 punch. I saw it in the PV game. It worked then. Now I know later on in the year with the Alcorn game, I know they lost it, but they still had that 1-2 punch. If I'm not mistaken, that was their last win until last week.
Yeah, the last win was UAPB. That was about like 44 to 7-13 or something like that. But throughout that game, you can actually see. I actually watched the game as well for a little while, man. You can actually see how Miles Crawley in the right position, he shines. He knows how to break a defense down if you let him.
Yeah, 100%.
Even what he did with Hampton as well.
That Hampton game was crazy. I feel as though Grambling definitely could have won that game, but
Yeah,
Hampton got over him.
because the score was 34-31, and Miles Crawley
Hmm
about 300 passing yards, bro.
Yeah, I was actually kind of fearful of Grambling once that game happened because I was like, Grambling play like this for the rest of the year. They know they might be competing for the Swag West.
But at the same time, it's their defense that's really hurting them, though. They got a high
Hmm
offense. But at the same time, if their defense is not up to par with what they're doing, look at Southern 2021. We struggled on defense,
We did.
but we
We
had
did
all.
struggle on defense.
But to be honest, we had so much talent on defense as well. They had Jordan Carter, not
hmm
not Jordan
Jordan
Carter,
Lewis. Jordan Lewis.
Jordan Lewis. He was
Jordan Lewis.
award winner, so basically like the Heisman for defenseman, right?
hmm
So we had Jordan Carter. Who else we had? Caleb Latique Washington, um, Jalen Ivy. Who else? It was one guy, number 23. It
Oh,
was
I know what you're talking about. I just can't remember who it is.
was number 23. He was a dog too, man. Like number
Yeah.
Southern he versus UAPB. This man single handedly he had like 20 tackles, 3 interceptions.
Yeah. I remember that stat line. Yeah. It was close. It was something around that. Something around that. Yeah, it was a big game. I mean, it was like
Yeah,
one of the few wins that we had that year.
yeah. I didn't even care that was UAPB. That's even big for a corner just to do that. And he was this man. I'm gonna tell you this. This man is 5'7". He's not 5'8". 5'7" in height. 3 interceptions, bro.
Yeah, he was the Willie Quinn of defense. I know you remember Willie Quinn
Yeah,
back in the day. Yeah.
yeah. Shout out to Willie Quinn as well. Shout out to him. You know, but yeah, man, just watching those guys, man. And then it's like if we had so much talent in defense, but we struggled, bro. And we were like, what are we doing? But the defense, everything, even no matter the game, everything has to have cohesion, right?
Mm.
Defense has to do their job. The quarterback definitely has to do his job, man.
The quarterback centerpiece of the whole thing.
The general of the whole thing. So it's just like if the defense is not doing their job and the offense is putting up points left and right, there needs to be um, some changes, even with the coaching staff as well. And
Mm.
you have to really think and look in the mirror and be like, man, is our coaching bad or is their playing bad? Because I mean, the coach can coach all he wants, but what the players do on the field matters.
Yeah, and I asked myself that question, especially in the 21 season. I was like, especially in the Jackson State game. Remember the Jackson State game, we was up 17-7, national broadcast game. Jackson was undefeated in the SWAC at the time,
Yeah.
17-7, going into the fourth quarter. We had Jackson State beat, and then we could have ran way more. I think Southern had the ball. They had to drive 90 yards. We was on our side of the field. If we would have ran more time with
Mhm.
better play calling, Jackson State would not have had the opportunity to score twice and take the lead.
Oh no. Oh no. I feel like, man, even with that, man, I can see this from this year. Just just look at earlier in the season, right?
Mhm.
It's dominating. But as we got to like game 6, we stopped tackling. That's what really hurt us. It
Yeah, I
was
feel like it was more of a like it was. I'm gonna be honest. LSU was doing this thing. I thought it was a Louisiana thing, a Baton Rouge thing going on.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Everybody was just punching for the ball, and nobody was like really wrapping up and making the tackle. Everybody was just going for the ball, and I was like, that works sometimes, but not all the time.
Bro, I know we're talking about college, but even with I remember that Minneapolis Miracle, right?
Yeah,
And it was Marcus Williams, cornerback. He doesn't play for the Saints anymore.
play for the Ravens, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah,
Like he misread the tackle, so he basically thought, "Oh, I'm gonna get him down low," but nah, Stephon Diggs went high. So it's just
hey, it happens.
so yeah, man. So it's just like man, like I don't know what goes through like the defense's heads, man, but it's like basically everybody's trying to go for the ball. Some of them trying to be hero and things like that.
Yeah, it's all happening so fast. I mean,
Yeah.
I play football, but it's been a while, so I can't really tell you what goes on in their mind anymore.
Mm-mm. You can never. Nah, man. You can never, man. Okay. So what are the? I'm gonna give you my keys to the game. Bro. These are my keys to the game, right? Whoever is the quarterback, you don't really have to be the hero. Your defense is top tier, second in the SWAC. Um, Kelby Givens leading tackler this year.
Hmm.
Jalen Carter, Mr. 80 tackles from last season. Um, Jordan Carter as well. Um, had about 4 picks this season, maybe 30 tackles. Um, well, I can look up the stats. I can look up the stats.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. Yeah, so Jalen Campbell, he had total 46 tackles, 22 solo. Jordan Carter, who you just mentioned, 45 total tackles, three
Mm-hmm.
interceptions. You got Derek Williams, the team leader, tied with Jalen Campbell at
Yep.
46. Then you got Kelby Givens at 44
Mm-hmm.
total tackles. You got Horatio Johnson at 42, and then everybody else is in the 30s
Yeah, yeah,
and below.
yeah. So all those people that I just named, Jordan Carter, Campbell as well. Those are our guys, and Chris Davis as well. He has about um, got an interception like last game, but
Yeah,
all those guys, our defense have carried us this season. Yes, there's been struggles, but there's been injuries as well. But I feel like if the defense can stop Miles Crawley and really just stop Gramblin's run game and the receivers, oh yeah, we have a game. It won't,
100% have a game.
huh?
I said 100% have a game. Like you said, now I'm going to disagree with you a little bit because, like you said, the quarterback doesn't have to be the hero. If you look at it,
Mm-hmm.
the last Bayou Classic MVPs have been quarterbacks.
Yeah.
All of them. The last, ever since Skelton.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, Skelton is the only Southern University quarterback in history to have 4 Bayou Classic MVPs. He's 3-1 as a starter.
Mm-hmm.
And then Bishawn McCray, he got the
Shouldn't have.
MVP last year. Shouldn't have, but they low key should have went to the defense, but
Yeah,
they gave it to him.
most def because they.
Neither here nor there.
Yeah.
But I feel as though if you are going to be the quarterback for the Bayou Class, whoever it is, you have to play a good game. You have to play a balanced game. You have to have a running attack. You have to
Yep.
have a passing.
Yep.
We cannot have a quarterback that is afraid to get out of the pocket. He gotta get out the pocket. He gotta extend the play.
Yeah. And then also we can't. We have to have even game managers as well, man. No, I'm gonna say like just look at Harold, right? Like Harold, he's shown moments of shine. 18 out of 20 passing yards, about 200 something yards. But
In the UAPB game.
he's shown that he has talent. But also, with this team, the showings of they weren't disciplined, and
No,
I can see that with Harold. Sometimes he just forces passes and then goes over the wide receiver's head.
100%, 100%. I can give a perfect example. The Texas Southern game. Even
Yeah,
though we won this game, the Texas Southern game, it was we threw 2 plays. We threw a couple passes down the sideline.
Yep.
Now the man, now the ball was horribly thrown in my opinion
Yep.
because instead of it going to the shoulder towards the sideline, it went towards the inside, and the receiver had to like turn around and like go for it. I mean, it was I ain't like the pass. And
No.
then I remember in the Jackson State game, the Jackson State game was the one that was like it was a lot of people saw it. It was
Yep.
I think was at a third and long. He was rolling out, and
Yep.
it just went over the guy's head. And it's like that's pass that you got to get because those are wide open pass, you know.
Yeah. But just with Harold, I feel like, man, you know, he hasn't really been in a situation as a starter. I mean, yeah, in high school that was like 4 years ago, but let's just say I'm not making any excuses for the guy, but I'm just saying, man, if Harold's in the right system, right, if you can actually give him short passes or screens, things that are quick that he doesn't really have to really think about. It's just like it's quick.
Yeah, I can give a perfect example. You know, we definitely did I would say one of the favorite play callers of Coach Dooley was the screen with Kendrick Grimes. You know, it'll
Yeah,
be a quick pass. You know, boom,
yeah,
it'll be there. You know, Kendrick
yeah.
Grimes will make a move and make you know get a couple yards. You know, I say those were my favorite play callers this year.
Mm-hmm. I feel like, man, just I mean with screens, I'll see it from back in. I go back to the Richardson, Coach Rich days, right?
Hmm.
Basically, during that time, 2006, 2010, that was the Bryant Lee era as quarterback. That was an up and down area, but he was basically like, I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say Patrick Mahomes. I'm gonna say,
Yeah, yeah,
like,
that guy. Yeah, he was good. He was
yeah, you
good.
say, man, but during that time, I can remember just as a young man, we did a lot of screens, and I was like, why are we throwing the ball to the sideline? Then I was like, man, but it was working though. So I was like, those screens you don't really have to really do much. You
Nah,
get
the blocking just gotta be key.
huh?
Blocking is the number one. The blocking is the number one thing in those.
Blocking. Most that blocking is key, bro. Because I mean, if you don't block, man, shit, either your quarterback's gonna get blown up, or
It's a lost cause at that point.
yeah, 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 man. But bro, I'm excited for this game, bro. I'm excited.
100%. I always look forward towards the Bayou Classic. Is the Bayou Classic just like the Iron Bowl? We're gonna play each other tough no matter what
Yeah,
our records are.
yeah. Like, let's be honest, man. Like during the Bayou Classic, the greatest football games are on, right? Like, look at people like Tulane from Conference USA. They're going to be in the championship. Uh,
Hmm.
Alabama, Auburn. Even when Auburn sinks, they still are competitive with Bama most of the time.
Yes, especially me being a Florida Gators fan. Also, you know, we play Florida State on Saturday. You know, and Michigan, Ohio State as well. You know, they had a great game doing the same time as the Bayou Classic. You know, I
Yeah,
was watching the Bayou Classic, and I was my buddy had his phone right there. He was watching the Michigan Ohio State game.
yeah, man. So it's like, man, like it's this beautiful thing about rivalries and championships, man, that just brings all walks, genders, of life together, man. It's an amazing feeling. It's awesome.
Can't top rivalry week.
Nah, man, you can't top it, man. You can't. And then, bro, it's crazy, man. Like, it's like how Grambling fans and Southern fans, how like we banter, like
Hmm.
fans as well, man. You're like, man, you gonna win, man. Y'all defense trash, things like
Right.
just. Like it feels like we're part of the game as well, man. Like we're on the field as well. So
Yeah, I'd say with Southern and Grambling it's friendly banter, but with the other schools, the schools in Mississippi like Southern and Alcorn and Southern and Jackson, yeah, it's beef. It's
oh
beef.
yeah, total beef. It's been beef since Air McNair for
Yeah,
Alcorn.
it's been beef.
Yeah.
Always will be.
No, but I mean, I feel like the beef starts with I'm not gonna even say Gramblin's band, but the beef starts with Jackson State's band, bro.
100%. You know,
I
they
mean, yeah,
just battled 3 times this year.
yeah, and we look at the bands. I mean, we look at the field too. I look at the field too, man. But then it's like I'll just gauge the bands. I'm like, dang, all right, who's gonna win? Who's
Yeah, I do both. You know, when the game going on, I had a drum line, I'd be like, okay, here we go. All right.
yeah, bro, I'll be kind of analytical with it. I'll be like, okay, okay, the Flu's okay. Who's louder? Yeah,
Yeah, like people like normally people go to the restroom during halftime. No, I'm locking in for the halftime show too.
yeah, bro, yeah. Because it's crazy, man. Like just with just going to bands, bro. It's like even with Southern's band, Gramblin's band, Jackson State's band, when we visit like these PWIs, oh yeah, they're in their seats. But when
Yeah,
they're
they look forward to us coming out. They look forward
bro,
to us.
but when their band starts playing, they just leave. I'm
They
like,
like
wow.
halftime. I go get a quick bite to eat.
I'm,
Go to the restroom.
I'm like, bro, I'm like, that's so. I mean, there's so much lack of support, but it just realized, man, how different the cultures are between the bands, man, and how much soul that how our band, well, how our HBCU bands are embedded in our culture.
Right.
So it's like not saying that other people don't have that culture. It's just like it's a black thing, you know?
It's a black thing. You're right. It's a black thing. Not too many schools can replicate. No schools can really replicate what HBCUs have.
Oh no, man. Oh no. But yeah, man. So we talk about Terrence Graves, 2021 head coach, well, interim head coach for Grambling. Now he's at Southern, bro. So I'm like, bro, when I was thinking of that, man, I was like, man, this man must be like a hot commodity for interim coaches or something like that, man. And I'm like, what are your thoughts on that?
But see, the thing was, he got the job at Grambling 2 years ago when they fired Bodrick Crobbs,
Mhm.
head coach from 2014 to 2021. Now,
Oh,
I believe that Bodrick Crobbs was a great coach, and
oh yeah,
Grambling just going through a mini rebuild time. I don't think they should have got rid of him, but they're gonna do what they're gonna do. And Terrence Graves, he played at Southern. He
yeah,
he come from under Pete Rick. Great player at the time. He's definitely, like you say, he's a high commodity now. He hasn't had a head coach position ever. He's only been an interim. He's only been an interim for the Grambling game, and now he's about to be an interim for the Bayou Classic. So yeah, like he said in his introductory interview, Dooley gave him the opportunity to come to Southern. Once Dooley got the job in December of 21, and he's glad to be back. He's glad to be back on the bluff.
bro. But I feel like as though, man, like I mean, he will once. I feel like he has that itch to have like a head coaching job, man. But it's just like the interim job is just like okay. Next stop is say FAMU went through a real build. Now he's at FAMU, so it's
Right.
man, it's like this man's in his purpose. It's like he's like the guy for right now, basically.
Mm-hmm.
But I do feel like he will have an opportunity, maybe at like a smaller D2 um, um, HBCU, maybe like Clark Atlanta, like a HB or Morehouse, because
Yeah.
Morehouse like 0, 0, and 8 this
Yeah,
season,
they're not good. Yeah, they're
and
not good.
I feel like um, he can have an opportunity over there somewhere, just to start off.
Right. Yeah.
So shout out to Coach Graves as well. But prayers to Coach Wallace as well. He will be the acting head coach of Southern
Mm-hmm.
University for the 50th Bayou Classic. And man, just wow. Because at the same time, bro, like it just brought me to tears, man. It's just like how God's working in this man's life. And with God, he can use anything for his glory, man. So
Amen.
and he's using your life and my life, man. And it's just amazing how he can work. Look at Damar Hamlin, right?
Yeah. Hey.
This man, this
What?
was dead for 9 minutes, but it made people believers in Christ.
Mm-hmm. Or like Devon Gales, remember in
Yeah.
2015 when he got paralyzed? Yeah. I had the chance to talk to him this year.
So it's just how God works in people's life, man. Look at Coach Sanders, lost his toes, but he
Yeah.
has his faith. Like you can't tell me, bro, that God isn't real, bro. You can't tell me that. And
Nah.
I don't understand how people don't say that they don't believe in God. I'm like, bro, I'm like, you woke up this morning. That's grace. You woke up.
Right. Everybody didn't get there. You one of the ones. Like I like the opportunity of being born is
Yeah,
slim chances.
bro. Just making. just to be honest, just making a birthday, just making another year is a blessing, man. No matter
Yeah.
how much time you have on this earth, it's still a blessing that you're still here.
Mm-hmm.
And we as people, we have to realize that, man, and actually understand. Wait, man, the time that we have on here is short, so we got to make the most of it, man. We got to tell
Yeah.
people about Christ, what He's done in my life, what He's done in your life, because it will help somebody not just become a Christian, but become a believer in Christ.
Right.
Um, yeah, man. But just shout out to him, man. And I know they're gonna give him a game. They're gonna
Yeah. They're gonna play for Coach Wallace.
they play for him, bro. They're gonna play for Coach Julie too. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
and shout out to Coach Julie as well, bro. Just going into that. Um, like it's just like a relationship, things don't work out. And I feel like, man, it was just, you know, it's a business, you know.
It is. It
Things
is.
things end. If the boss doesn't like what he sees on the field or in the workplace, he's gotta let you go. He may like you, but at the end of the day, it's a business. And you know, I feel like for Coach Dooley, he needs to go somewhere um where there's not really too much pressure. Because
I could definitely speak to that. Southern fans, any particular SWAC fans,
yeah,
we don't like losing. We
yeah,
don't like losing. We don't like losing. We want to contend to go to the championship game, and then we want to contend to win the championship game and go to Atlanta for the Celebration Bowl. Southern fans have not had the opportunity to go to the Celebration Bowl.
no,
And we know we all patiently waiting to go to the
yeah,
Celebration Bowl. And we don't like losing. They called for Odom job 100 times over every time we lost to Alcorn. And those fans were illogical to call for his job because he was still
bro,
putting us in winning positions.
bro. I'm gonna tell you this, man. I like just as I was a little young man. I was about what was that 2019? So I was about now I was 18, but at the same time I wasn't really focused on it as I
Mm.
am now. And I'm like, we made a mistake. The administration or whoever was in call of Odom's or whoever called for Odom's job, um, this that's on you.
We should have gave him the pay raise. The
Yes,
pay raise.
yeah, bro. And I'm gonna speak about this, bro. This man during this time from 2012 2019 was 43 and 19. This we were okay. Every year we were like 9-4, 8-3. We
We
were
only had we only had one bad season,
it was
and
six.
that was in 2015. That was 6-5, and then the interim year he went 4-7. And you
Yeah,
gotta think about it. He took a team that lost 6-0 to Mississippi Valley on Thursday night at
I
home.
remember that, bro. I remember
At
that.
home in 2012, I watched that game. We lost six, not 66, 6 points to zero. And they stumped five Mitchell, but Stump Mitchell really got fired that night. But they fired her the next day, and then
Remember.
Odoms took the job, and Odoms could have just gave up. But Odoms went to Atlanta. He beat
Yep,
FAMU. He
yep,
went to Jackson. He beat
yep,
Jackson. He almost beat Alcorn. I was at that game. We lost
yep,
27-20. Almost beat Alcorn. And then a come behind victory in 2012 in the Bayou Classic, and that solidified his job. Man, he was the
yeah,
right man for the job, and a thing that he invoked every year was discipline, and that was his number one thing: discipline, discipline, discipline.
yeah. But also with Odoms, he not only prepared you for as a man, but he prepared you for life. And you can see just with Austin Howard, um, Ray Joseph. Ray Joseph is doing a lot in the business sector. Man, it's not just the NFL, but he prepared these young men. You know,
Right.
he's a father figure to these young men. And bro, it just hurt me to see him go, bro, because I was like, bro, we were dominating the swag every year.
We
The,
had a win. We had a win streak against Jackson. We had a win streak against every other team in the
yeah,
SWAC.
yes, bro. And then it was just like, man, I was like, this was when Jackson State was garbage. But bro, just with those games, man, I'm like, the only problems that gave us most of the time is sometimes Grambling
And
and
Alcorn.
Alcorn. And that's it, man. And I'm like, man,
And you could look forward to those games because those games are competitive. You like,
yeah,
hey, you walking into those games every year and say, hey, we got a chance.
yes, those games, bro. all those games, even Alcorn, was close. We okay. Did I want them to win? Yes, but it's like there's some even with some of our fans, some of us are delusional, right? And then it's like, man, it's hard to go 8-3. It's hard to go 12-0. This man consecutively winning records for at least 8 years that he's been head coach at Southern
Fact.
University.
Never had a losing season.
Oh, bro. So I was like, bro, why are we letting this guy go? But see, there's always some type of corruption with money and things like that. Oh, we're not going to
Mm-hmm.
get a coach. This happened with Deion Sanders, bro.
Yeah.
Like, nah,
Hey.
man. Like, it's like you don't realize when you have something that's good until it's gone. And then you really just have to really just actually look yourself in the mirror and be like, did I make the right decision letting this thing go? Nah, man. And I just feel no offense to Coach Dooley. No offense. Y'all can take it. Whoever's on this stream, y'all can take it or leave it. Dawson Odom should still remain coach. I'm
100%. 100%. I'm gonna
I'm,
agree with you on that.
I'm
Because
sorry.
look, if you chalk
I'm,
it up, this is what you do. This is what you do. Let me break it down. 2019. All right. We finish the season 8-5. Okay. We lose the all corner SWAC championship game. We go
yeah,
8-5. Okay. Cool. All right. That's back to back SWAC championship losses.
yep.
So and then COVID hits. Okay. In the spring regular season, we lost to UAPB, who will go on to be the SWAC West champions. If we were to beat University of Pine Bluff, I honestly do believe that we was going to win the SWAC championship against Alabama A&M.
Yeah,
I
cause
truly do believe that. The 2021 year, let's just say Odom still had the job in 2021.
yep.
I do not believe that Southern University loses to Texas Southern,
Oh no. Oh no.
peer review,
Nope.
and let's just say we lose to FAMU and Jackson. We beat Grambling in the Bayou Classic. We don't lose 29-26. So
Yeah.
that's 6-5 right there, if I do the math correctly. That's 6-5, maybe a 7-4 season right there.
That
Last year, if Dooley still had the job, we're winning the SWAC championship.
yeah.
If
But
Odom, my fault. If Odom still had the job in 2022, we're winning the SWAC championship.
oh yeah, man, for sure, for sure. Because this man, he has shown that he is a winner. And Dooley, his record, bro. I was looking it up. I was on the shout out to the Off the Record podcast as well. I was looking at his stats. This man was 9-9 for his coaching record, his head coaching record, bro. That's
Yeah,
a record. That's barely
500.
that's barely 500.
And no, that's not getting the job done. Like I showed you, he went what it was 6-5-6 first year at PV, then he went 6-5, then he went 7-5, then he came to Southern went 7-5 again, and then he went 5-5. And like it was going back in reverse. You know, he just wasn't getting the job done.
But I also tell you this, man. The only reason why he didn't do it is because he didn't make adjustments. When it's
No, he did not.
look, I know you don't want to go back in the day, but we're gonna go back in that day. We're gonna go back there, right? That's when
Hmm.
our defense was carrying us into the SWAC championship, the Bashawn McCray era, or the should not have been starting quarterback era.
Yeah.
So during that time, I remember there was like a beef with Bubba. Bubba was changing the plays because he saw something that was like, okay, that's an opportunity to score. And dude was like, no, no, no. Why are you changing the plays? So he kind of really just benched Bubba for like the whole season. And then he started Bashawn McCray, who really showed no improvement. He just ran around everywhere like
Now put it like this. Now let's be accurate now. Sean McCray did have what it was. One, two, three. He had 3 games over 200 passing yards,
okay.
and that was homecoming against Virginia Lynchburg. So if you
That's
want to
what,
count it, you can. You can. You got 275 yards with the PV game. Now, that was a big game for him. And that was a big bounce back because he had 241 and 275. Now that was after he threw, if I'm not mistaken, 4 interceptions in the Texas Southern game. We got beat 24-0.
yeah.
So that was 3. He really had four great games. He had the Pine Bluff, Prairie View, Alcorn, and Homecoming. Bounce back wins. 241, 275, 199, 286. So basically 4 200-yard games. And then the next two games with the Jackson State and FAMU, he didn't cross 100.
Yeah, but I'm gonna say this with Bashawn McCray. Shout out to Bashawn McCray. Um, I'm gonna say, man, during the season, man, there were some struggles, well, but there was some promise from McCray. From I think it was 46-45. It was a very close game versus Alcorn because it's always close.
Yeah, 21-17. Yeah, it was a fourth down stop that won us that game. Shout out to the defense.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I feel like, man, you know, even during that time, man, we saw the struggles on the field from Bashawn McCray, and
Mm,
there were some things that he could not do, and that Bubba could do, but you, as a coach, you have to really look in yourself in the mirror and be like, man, okay, what's the best way to win? Who on the sideline is going to give me that opportunity to win? Is it going to be the true freshman? Is it going to be the walk on? It's not really that hard to find as well, but it's just looking for who's the best person to actually win.
mm.
So, but yeah, man. But who you think's going to start, man? You think Harold's going to start? Or you think
Um, Now look, I'm gonna say this. I have sources. I'm not
okay,
disclosing my sources,
okay,
but we have there will be a change at starting quarterback.
okay,
That's what my sources are telling me. Now hold on. Now look. We could get to New Orleans on Saturday,
hmm,
and it could be Harold Blood.
yeah,
Me personally, I don't care who it is, as long as you
oh,
go out there and do the job. I'm
yeah,
gonna root for you. Whoever who was ever out there, I'm gonna root for you. I hope you have an amazing game. You win MVP, you win the game.
yeah.
But from what I am hearing, there may be a change at starting quarterback. Now, to me, it's Blood last game. Let him play.
Oh yeah,
Let
yeah,
him
yeah,
play. Let him play. But at the end of the day, you still wouldn't win the game. If he ain't
yeah,
doing the job, take him out.
yeah. I'm gonna say this. Even with let me see. Um, hold up. Noah Biden, Southern. I'm gonna say Noah Biden as well. He was the about the number one quarterback in New York in the class of 2020,
Yeah, I saw that.
and let's see, 121 QBR, 53.3 completions, 145 passing yards, 9.7 average. So I'm gonna say, man, um, from the PV game as well, man, wasn't his best game, no,
No.
not at all, and he couldn't really, even in the third quarter when Dooley was switching out the quarterbacks and things like that. He struggled as well. But I'm thinking if he was in the lineup earlier, maybe he would have had more of a better start. But not knowing how the game would happen, because you never know what's going to happen during.
Nah, I mean, don't get me wrong now. I mean, Blood did play a really good game. He went 14 for 19, 123 yards, one touchdown.
Did
Kendrick Grimes had 22 carries for 70 yards. Now, to be honest, that's not a bad stat line
so?
looking at it. But if you watch the game, bad play calling, he could have had over 100 yards.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I mean, we basically, during that PV game, we did the best we could. You know, Dooley actually changed the quarterback out this season, and well, out that game, not the season.
All right.
And I feel like we had a chance to win, but I think during that third quarter as well, bro, we could not move the ball.
So I didn't get a chance to watch the game, but I did watch the highlights. I found out that we did not get a single first down in the second half, and we was outscored 10 points. We did not score in the second half. Now that is completely unacceptable. That costs you a job.
Yep.
I think at the end of the day, what cost Coach Eric Dooley his job
Was from that.
was from that. You get outscored. You don't score a single point. You go from scoring 21 points in the first half to not scoring a single point in the second half. And then you don't convert a single first down. Now, it's 15 minutes in a quarter.
Yep.
You have two quarters. That's 30 minutes of football. You mean to tell me that you cannot get a single first down? That,
Oh,
at the end of the day, that causes you a job.
yeah. It all
And
comes.
it causes you a place, and it causes you a chance to compete for the SWAC West title.
Yeah, and it all comes from just adjustments, man. Knowing your coaches as well, knowing your strengths and weaknesses. Like, just say, like, if I was a coach, bro. Say if I was Dooley. If I'm
Mm-hmm.
if I'm knowing that I can't call plays to save my life, or some sorts of plays that I can't call.
Mm-hmm.
Let me give the plays to Willie Totten. He actually played quarterback. Dooley played DB back in the day.
He did.
So at the same time, if I give my plays to a quarterback who actually was successful, who actually knows how to call the plays, who knows what he's doing, who actually has called audibles, who's played with Jerry Rice, let me give him the plays. Let me give him the chance to call the plays. But man, that really cost Dooley's job, man.
Yeah.
And bro, and even at the PV game, bro, there was no fans.
Yeah, I saw. Yeah, when I was watching, I noticed that. Like, I had called a couple of my friends to see like how many people was at the game. I heard the weather. I mean, I heard it was cloudy, and I heard it never rained though. But yeah, it wasn't a lot of fans because I mean, to be honest, the fans that gave up on the season, like after the Alcorn game, especially the way that we lost the Alcorn game, it was like season over with.
Yeah, yeah, they gave up on the season, man. And I remember there was a lot of petitions. It was on change.org. It was talking about fire Dooley, he has to go. And I was like,
Okay, now I never saw that petition. I heard it was a petition. I never seen like the actual link for it. So the fact that you're telling me that, I probably believe it now.
yeah, man. I was like, man, when meeting Dooley, bro, I was like, man, he's a pretty cool guy, you know. Not
He
talking,
is. I had the chance to talk to him after last year about your classic. Yeah.
yeah, man. But at the end of the day, man, it is a business, and I wish him the best. But when you can't do the job, when you can't make the adjustments that need to be made on the field, and poor quarterback play, you got to go.
Especially at Southern.
Just got to go, man. Bro, what is your okay? What is your score prediction for the game?
I said I have two score predictions.
Okay,
Southern is either gonna win in a blowout. We're either gonna come out there and just blow Granite completely out the water, or it's gonna be a dogfight into the end. Now let me give you my blowout score prediction.
okay,
All right, now my blowout score prediction is I think Southern walks in there and we win the game 30-10. I think we just walk in there, we beat them. Like, especially with the new change of head coach, especially with the new change of coaching, I feel like they don't have no adjustment. I feel like they have no adjustment for that. They don't know what to expect. We come out there, we hit them in the mouth, we blow them out. They don't have to stand a chance. Now, do I think that's gonna happen? No, I think it's gonna be a game. So
yeah,
with my close score prediction, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go back in time. If you remember
okay.
some of the other games, we had very close games, especially the 2019 30 to 28 game. So I am going to say that it's definitely going to be a high scoring match, 100%. If it's going to be close, I feel like it's going to be high scoring. I know last year was 34-17. So this year, I'm going to say that the final score for the 50th annual Bayou Classic is going to be 30-26.
Bro, I'm gonna say my score, man. I'm gonna say 27-24. So basically, it's defense and offense, but it's basically offense towards the end of the game, man. Because both, well, with Graham, well, I'm just saying with Southern, like, and Sean Wallace and Terrence Graves ex coaches, so you have the sense of optimism to see how the game is gonna how they're gonna coach the game, and Willie
Mm-hmm.
Child and calling the plays, and I feel like, man, this is gonna be a good game, man, throughout,
Yeah.
you know. So my blowout score, man, if we demolish Gramblin's defense, no matter who the quarterback is, and Harold just has a big game, he got 300 passing yards as well.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it's gonna be, and Garrett Corals go, not Garrett Corals, Kendrick Rhymes goes off, and
Or both.
August Petrie goes off.
Yeah.
Chandler Whitfield. I'm gonna say 35-10.
35-10. 35-10.
5-10, bro. 35-10. 35-10. Bro, thank you for being on the show, man, with your stats, man.
No
Uh,
problem.
Got to do this again, bro. I'm gonna give you my number, man. And this was fun, man. I'm, bro. I'm impressed, bro. I'm impressed.
Hey, man, I told you, man, I've been around here a long time, you know. My favorite Bayou Classic, I say, is I got 20. I didn't go to the 2019 game because my dad wanted to have a birthday on this. It was my dad's
Yeah,
birthday. He wanted to watch the game at the house. But 2019 and 2014, my top two favorites. It came down to the last play, especially with the block field goal. But the 2014 one, the highest scoring game. I actually miss. If you go back and watch the game, I actually missed the goal line stand where we stopped them at the goal line because I had to go use the restroom, bro. I was holding it for the whole game. I said, bro, I'm gonna watch the end of this game. And bro, when they got to the timeout, took so long when they were reviewing, I was like, bro, I'm gonna just go. And when I was as I was washing my hands, I heard people yelling. I ran out. They said they had stopped them. I was like, dang, I missed it. But they
wow,
showed the replay on the jumbotron. I was like, yeah, we're going back to Houston.
yeah, yeah. But yeah, man. Any shout outs that you want to make, man?
Shout out to the RTC program. Shout out to Grambling RTC. Shout out to Southern Armor RTC. Shout out to Southern Navy RTC. Uh, Want to shout out to all the old. Shout out to the 2013 SWAC championship team. 10-year anniversary. Shout out to them. Greg Pittman, Dre Joseph, Lee Doss,
Yeah,
Lenard Tillery, Willie Quinn. All them boys. Shout out to them. We couldn't get the 10-year anniversary championship this year, but hey, we gonna get one soon. I can guarantee you that we're gonna get one before I walk across that stage. I do believe so. Uh, yeah. I want to shout out to the Southern University. I'm also in NAACP. Shout out to the Grambling State University chapter NAACP. Shout out to the Southern University chapter NAACP. Just shout out to both universities. We're gonna make this a really good time in New Orleans.
yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah. I guess my shout outs. Shout out to my good friend Brian Lee as well, man. Hope the family as well is good, man. Shout out to um shout out to the FAMU Rattlers. My good friend Cardell Thomas. He was the former Mr. Pancake 5-star. He was like the number one offensive lineman in 2019 at Southern Lab.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to the SWAC championship, and congratulations, man, on that good win. Shout out to my family for supporting this podcast. Tune in tomorrow, guys, on Sydney's On the Clock podcast, TV show, sports show, as you may call it. Man, we gotta do this again, bro. I will be going to the Bayou Classic, and I'm gonna see you there, man. But appreciate you,
Gotcha.
show, man.
Hey,
Anytime
anytime.
about any stats, man, I would love to have you on the show again, bro. And bring your stats.
Definitely. Hey, just let me know, man. Just let me know. I got my stats.
All right, I'm gonna see you later, bro. All
All right, bro.
right, peace. That has been my good friend of 2 years, Ryland Rowe. This brother has brought his stats. Man, that was a good show, man. Like, comment, subscribe on the Chris, the Method Man YouTube channel. This is the sign. I'm your host, Chris Williams. This is the Chris Williams Show. God bless you guys. Happy Thanksgiving. Eat a lot of turkey. God bless. Go Jags. Peace.